Okay, back again. Had a bit of a mini heat wave here at the moment, so it's a bit hard to get out in the sun. It's a big lot of concrete out where I am, so I end up being a roast chicken after about 3 hours. Spent a bit of time out here yesterday, not a lot. It just got the better of me after a while, but I ended up finishing off this plate on the back side of the pillar, so it's all completed on the inside now, and I'm just sort of not fluffing around, but just trying to line things up. And because I had a lot of, well, basically all of this lip missing, I'm just trying to center the front of the nose, so it's quite difficult. But I'm getting there. It's taken me a good couple of hours now, just fiddling here and there, and because a lot of this metal's gone, so I'm trying to get levels. But it's not too bad. Like this is all pretty rough right now. But if you look at the distance between the edge of the door lip and the outside bezel of the light fixture, it's let me just get that right, 12.2 centimeters. And if we go over here and do the same thing, we've got 12.4, so we're 2 mils out. I'm not going to bump this over 1 millimeter. I think that's good enough for me. I'll work with that. I got a bit of an issue just here. This bar that I made juts out just a little bit too far. So a lot of this metal on the skin's rusty anyway, so what I'll probably end up doing is cutting into here and then grinding it back. I'm going to leave it on here for the moment now. I've wedged it out so that it follows the same width as this lip here. I think that'll save me a lot of heartache in the long run later on. It's looking pretty good. The lines up and down, I think that's quite important. I've got one safari window. I don't know where the other one went. It was broken, but I'm sure I would have kept the frame. I can't find it anyway. This is from this side of the vehicle, but what I'm doing is I'm just turning it backwards so I can get a proper profile. And this skin moves in and out, which affects the rake, and then just moving this in and out, you can see that it affects a lot. So now I'm just trying to pinch it all in so I can get somewhere. I did come out here originally this morning to attack some of this metal on the edges, but you know how it goes, you end up doing something totally different. So, but I'm happy with the progress. It's still a long ways from where it's going to be, but you know, these things take time, and I've got 6 weeks until potentially moving house, so I've got to try and get this vehicle on wheels and movable. So in order to do that, I've got to get all of this framework sorted out, and I've got to get all of the welding finish off underneath. There's a lot of welding underneath that's got to be finished. I don't want it being towed around on the truck, heaven knows where. I don't even know where it's going to end up, so I don't want it being jolted around on a truck not being finish welded. I don't like the idea of that at all. So the race is on, and yeah, I thought about building these as well yesterday, but the heat got to me, and I'm just afraid that if I start and my measurements are out, it's going to put everything out. So I'm probably going to leave these till last, because then I can fudge the dimensions in and out, especially with this as well. With the glass, after I do this, I can actually just change the rake a little bit, or lengthen this by 1 millimeter or 2 and drop it down 1 millimeter or 2 there. So I think putting the windows in last, it might be a good idea. I don't know, let me know what you think in the comments. This is the first time I built one of these combis, so my original thought was to put the window glass in and then try and work around that, but I've only got one and this frame is all compromised anyway, so what's the point? I can't even fix it to anything. I can work on this now, so maybe that's just a good idea. I can work on this side as well. I'd love to be able to get all this tied in. That'd really make my year. That side and that side tied in, and then maybe start working on the front end, the bottom part, and then that'll all be locked in then. And then I won't have to worry about this moving. Oh, well, that was the other reason why I didn't bother with the windows, because this is all just floating right now. I've got one vice grip over there holding it, a ratchet strap keeping it cinched in, as in wrapped around the skin, and then I'm just trying to get the levels right. So I think maybe what I'll do is work on these a little bit today, even if I can just do like 2 sections either side, and or maybe not up here, that's a bit more involved, but some of this flat area, that would be good. Yep. So anyway, I'll bring you back.